guys are so funny. You're trying to get me to do this stupid shit. And
she just whispered, "I'm a bad bitch" for anyone who didn't hear. Stop. 420.
I'm lit at Disney.
And the kids asleep in the bath.
There we go.
A ball sack station.
That's what a business owner looks like. You hit yourself so hard every single time you do that.
No, that one was actually hard.
They're all hard.
I clapped. No, like that one actually hurt.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It was more than just startling. Just start the episode.
It was startling. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome back to Tattoo Homewreckers. This is a podcast where we talk about tattoos, life, and everything in between. My name is Callista Kills, and I have my best friend Lou Berry right next to me. Mm-hmm. And we are so excited to record.
The bear machine.
The bear machine.
With my not bear mitts right now.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Clapped yourself so hard at the start of the episode every single time.
Beat myself up.
Yeah. Holy cow. What does your gender feel like today?
Goodness. Fuck. You would have thought I would have thought of that. I'm
okay.
like staring outside like something, give me an answer.
Do you need me to start?
I think I honestly just don't feel like real. So like ethereal is what my
ethereal.
Yeah. Not in like a cool way, but in the like, where'd she just go?
Yeah.
Is he here?
If you're in the room with us, please clap.
Yes, that. Exactly. If you're in the
spiritual.
room with us, please clap. And that's why I clap so hard.
Yeah, totally.
That's what I feel like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I like cannot settle into my body today.
It's hard. I think it's hard to be present during times of like mental health episodes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I was watching Dungeons and Drag Queens last night because I love that. And like I like realized I was like, oh man, like it's so hard to be present in this moment because what I'm watching is that like it is funny and it does bring me joy.
So far away.
But if you're going through something, all you can really think about is like the throbbing pain or like it just kind of separates you. I don't know if it's a pain thing for you or if it's just like a separation thing.
Mentally, I'm not bad like mentally, but like I'm in a lot of physical pain, like my hips hurting a lot, so totally. It's like triggering other stuff to hurt.
Oh yeah.
So then my brain just kind of scurries away from my body.
If I just like stop, if I dissociate, then it'll be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm not here. It hurts to be in this thing right now.
Ooh.
And so my body is like trying to do its best, but it's like essentially just left like without a supervisor.
Fair enough. It's not managed. The store is not being managed right now.
Like the store is empty. No one is home. It's pure autopilot in here, which doesn't work super well, but it's fine.
That's okay. You know what? We're here. We're about to record a fun episode. I cannot wait to tell you all these stories.
What does your gender feel like?
My gender, I did think about this, feels like a 2-hour-old Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's. Ew. And for our Filet-O-Fish haters, I just want to let you know, Filet-O-Fish is fucking awesome. It's so yum. But yeah,
but after 2 hours, it gets soggy.
After 2 hours, she's a little concerning. Mm-hmm. And you're kind of like, do I want to try?
Because you're imagining her 2 hours ago. Yeah. And she was so good 2 hours ago.
Well, for sure. I mean, she's fresh and she's still concerning.
She's flaky.
Yeah, she's yum. Yeah. She's warm and crispy. But like now she's like, you're gambling.
Yeah.
At that point. Yeah. So that's how I feel.
You are. Because I don't believe most food can grow bacteria in 2 hours. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, a Filet-O-Fish.
Yeah. That's the one item from McDonald's scared. That you would think would,
where you're like, I think you already had a lot of things that I don't know how to pronounce on you. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And now they've like created an army. Yeah. And they're like super.
You're going to turn into a superhero after eating that.
But like not like a cool superhero. You're going to end up like just like half fish and not like the cool parts. Like your face just turns into a fish.
Yeah. And it's not fun.
Yeah.
And you smell like Filet-O-Fish all the time.
Yeah. That's your superhero? You just smell like Filet-O-Fish?
What's the straightest thing you've done this week?
The straightest thing I've done this week is shin myself at CrossFit.
Oh,
yeah. That's the straight. I don't actually know like many of my like fellow queers that do shin themselves. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, I'm sorry, if you don't know what that is,
what shinning yourself means,
that's probably the straightest thing is assuming everyone knows what shinning yourself is at CrossFit. Yeah, it's when you jump up on a box because that's a whole workout is box jumps. Don't get me started on why that's actually a good thing and you should be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do that, if you miss, then you can whack your shin on the edge of a box and either like skin your shin or like dent it really bad or end up with a big gnarly bruise. And I've been doing CrossFit on and off like pretty consistently, but had like a couple little breaks in there for 15 years and have never shinned myself. And it's like something that I do frequently say this where I'm like, yeah, I've like never like failed like hella hard. Like you'll like kind of stumble, but I always land on my knees.
Yeah.
I've never actually whacked my shins on a bar or on a box. And today I was saying that before class because we had like a bunch of really high box jumps. So like higher than the usual standard height. But I was like, bitch, I got this. I've done like 30-inch box jumps for reps. So 24 is nothing. 20 is the usual. And then I was working out like next to like one of my other friends there. And he was like, oh, no, like, that's the part I'm worried about. I'm going to have to take my time on those. And I was like, for sure. Like, but that's part of why I've never, like,
because we always take our time on things.
Because I always take my time and I, like, go when I'm ready. And then halfway through, like, the second round, both of us at the same exact time just fucking hit the same exact shin completely. And there's
photo evidence.
Yeah, blood and a mess. And it's like, and I'm laughing. So, like, the rest of the workout, I'm just laughing. So I'm like, I didn't knock on wood. And I should have, because I'll typically be like, knock on wood, never messed it up. And then I'll go and knock on that box. And I did not pay, like, the wood homage.
Yeah,
so,
the wood tax.
Yeah, the wood tax. So then they got me.
So now it's National Shin Yourself Day.
Yes, so now it's National Shin Yourself
Happened
Day.
to several people at the gym today.
Yes, I got, like, I think, well, there's only 3 of us. And there's, like, 18 people in that class.
It's still one of those things, though, where it's like, it is weird that it happened 3 times.
Yeah. Usually it happens quite, like, I don't want to say it always happens, but like you'll get like 1 or 2 per class because people get like overzealous.
Yeah.
Or, you know, in my case, my soul has just left my body. So my body's over here on autopilot trying to fucking do tall ass box jumps. What's the straightest thing you've done this week?
Straightest thing I've done this week. I can't use the cold sandwich thing. Oh, I currently don't have any garlic in the fridge right now. And I also don't have any like veggies in the fridge right now. So I made pasta yesterday out of leftover pre-cooked shrimp. All I did was add red onion to it, garlic powder and pasta sauce, and I called it a meal. And honestly, it was not bad. It's still fun.
Because it's probably protein pasta too.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you're like high in protein with that shrimp.
Yeah. Oh, for
shrimp.
Sure. Like it was a ridiculous amount of shrimp too.
Dope.
That's what I've been doing is just like pouring a ridiculous amount of shrimp into things because they've been having sales lately on the shrimp. That's probably also really straight of me is like the reason why I'm eating so much shrimp right now is because they're having sales on the shrimp. So obviously I have to buy the shrimp because it's cheap right now. And it's a great protein source.
Dad coded.
It is such a good protein source. But like the thing is with shrimp.
That's bro coded.
It's bro coded. The thing is with shrimp though is that like it gets old kind of fast. Yep. So if you eat just all of it all at once, you're getting more protein and you're not getting bored of it. So.
That's true. That is true.
There you go. Boom.
You know, I'm going to take us on a side quest.
Let's go on a tangent.
Let's go on a little roundabout. I was just learning about microplastics, and we talk about.
Oh, my body is 98% microplastics.
You know what I'm sorry, I just hit you. I got so excited. You know what?
Oh,
study
so
just
strong.
said. I know.
Just broke my arm.
Well, you don't have an arm anymore. It just exploded everywhere.
It's gone, disseminated.
Nothing. With people that eat lots of vegetables. Your body has less microplastic buildup.
Oh, work. Because
your body, processes it out.
And
so it's still early studies of whether or not microplastics actually do anything within the body. So like the whole like microplastics are terrible for you. We don't actually know that because they're only correlation studies. But
imagine if you ate enough microplastics, you gave yourself a BBL. I wish that's how it worked, but I
wish.
Unfortunately not.
Fucking microplastic into my face.
Yeah.
Just get the thing
instant Botox.
Yes. They don't fucking warn you about like as you get older, you keep looking in the mirror being like, what the fuck is happening? Who is this person?
I found a little wrinkle on my forehead for when I furrow my brow, and I was like, oh.
Yep. That's how
coming.
It starts.
I'm going to turn 27 this year. It's coming. Oh my goodness.
And every year it just gets like more and more. And then you hit perimenopause and like overnight you just fall asleep. You're
Fair
just
enough.
Done. Dead now.
Can't wait to turn into Yoda. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's studies.
Oh, but yeah. So, but the people who are eating vegetables have way less microplastics in their system.
I wouldn't doubt that at all, because I feel like, again, the key is eating fiber and figuring it out. The vegetables literally clean your system out and help you survive, help you live, help you build muscle. Yeah, turns out veggies do all the things.
As long as you're eating your veggies, you can keep eating all that shrimp.
I added so much red onion to that pasta, by the way, because I was like, well, I don't have like
the only vegetable
I was like, I'm not gonna go to the store.
Could just use some of our, I know you don't love our pre-cut veggies, but
they're good, don't get me wrong, but I was like, I can't go to the store, like I don't feel like going to the store just to buy carrots and bell peppers, so I'm gonna just do this right now. Like it had to be quick, so there's a fuck ton of fucking red onions in that bitch.
That's
but it was
amazing. Good. Okay, what's the gayest thing you've done this week?
Gayest thing I did this week was probably organize letter beads.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. That just fucking gave me the gayest thing I know what
yours is. Yeah, what's yours? What's the gayest thing that you did?
I rhinestone the base of our light, because when we go to drag shows, Callie makes bracelets and gives them out for, like, they're for free. And then we have a sign that, like, states our name because it's kind of dark in there. And I rhinestone the base of that, and then we figured out how to get the rest of the bracelet, like, organizers to also light up, so now I have more shit to rhinestone, because I'm walking around the house being like, what can I rhinestone? What can I rhinestone? I only have pink rhinestones right now, so I need to get like all the colors, but now I'm genuinely like possessed with a desire to rhinestone things. Period. So if you know someone that needs something rhinestoned, hit me up, because it is the best like way of like stimming, because I can just listen to a podcast, or like the other day it was like all of us together and I can just listen to you guys talk, and then I can rhinestone. But when I was by myself finishing the project, thank God for Mary, because she like taught me how to do it, and then she started it and did enough that then I got to just be like chill and finish.
Dopamine, yeah.
But like having like a podcast in, I was like, possessed.
Yeah, it looks really satisfying too.
It is very satisfying.
Yeah, it looks very, very satisfying. I like that task.
Great.
I like a repetitive task like that, and then it slowly completes over time.
Yeah,
it's pretty gay. It's pretty gay.
Yeah.
I think
great.
That was all the beginner questions. No.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. We're gonna get into this because I'm really excited. So I have been watching a lot of Reddit videos on YouTube lately, and I was like, you know what? I don't think we've done a Reddit story video. With reactions and whatnot. Have we?
No, we've not done a Am I the Asshole?
We haven't done Am I the Asshole?
You were chuckling.
Oh, I was having the time of my life.
Yeah, so, y'all, we sat down to start recording this podcast, and she was like, okay, like had her phone already. I'm like, we have to like turn the equipment on. It's not just you and me talking into the void like usual. Yes. We actually have to let people know what the fuck you're saying.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, she's very excited. And just in case you're like, oh, well, that's not fair. Why is Callista doing all the reading? That's because I am dyslexic, and it's going to take me a really long time with a lot of stumbles, and then I'll just start making up my own shit if you make me read stuff out loud.
That's fair enough. Yeah. But to be fair, you also do most of the question episodes. So you host that. I'm going to host the Am I the Asshole? This is Reddit. Am I the Asshole?
Probably.
So, first story. Am I the asshole for telling my 33-year-old male boyfriend that he's getting an ego over something a high schooler can do? Okay. Hi, everyone. So I, a 31-year-old female, have been in a relationship with my boyfriend for about a year, although we had been friends for a long time before this. For some context, I don't think academics or education level dictates how smart someone is, but this is important for the overall story. I grew up as the firstborn daughter of an immigrant family. Heyo! Sorry, that was me. And was always expected to get straight A's, and I did. Went to get my undergrad and then completed my master's degree a few years ago. It's not something I was passionate about, but cultural/family pressure is why I did it. And I don't necessarily regret it, but I have a stable career at a job that I like now. Great. Perfect. On the other hand, my boyfriend never graduated high school, but he's smart in other ways. Like he can fix cars and toilets and mount a TV. I consider this a type of intelligence. And he can hold a convo on any topic because he's an avid watcher of documentaries and really likes historical nonfiction.
Okay.
Love that.
So me. Okay.
So me.
I'm friends with this dude currently.
You're currently him. He also has severe ADHD. It is you. And
well, that's why he's doing all the like knowledge gathering, because everything gets boring once you know too much about it.
Yeah, and then when it's new, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And he was never medicated and has never been able to keep a job. He's constantly fired because he has time blindness and can additionally sleep through any alarm. His family supports him financially and unconditionally.
Well, that's probably...
What's your take on that?
That's probably why he's able to go through so many jobs.
I also think, again, women are forced to mask more. So I do unfortunately have a really hard time holding empathy for men with ADHD when I had no excuse to
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I have time blindness, but like I had no excuse because I would be punished a lot more if I showed up to a shift like late. And mind you, he is getting fired, but still, it was like not a thing for me.
Well, and like, again, obviously everyone has different levels. And if you need assistance, absolutely get assistance. Totally. But if it's so bad that you're not able to go to work, like...
Maybe you should get medicated.
Maybe we should talk to a professional about, even if it's not even getting medicated, about systems. Because part of, like, having, like, a neurodivergent brain... And, like, you're talking to somebody who's got a hella neurodivergent brain.
Oh, totally.
Like, the running joke is that, like, one bad smell and I'm out. Like,
yeah, we were talking about, like, if we were characters, like, on D&D and our stat list were, like, available to the public, it would be, like, you know, plus 50 damage to health if you smelled something weird.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's bad. Like, if it's, like,
there's a weird sound
or, like, a sound.
Bad lighting.
Yeah, like... If it's too bright of a light or if it's like the wrong shade of a light, like it's awful. And like I've worked in conditions, like one of the shops that we worked at before we had Kelly Lou's in the States had a AC duct above my booth that would click. And so the moment the sound was like not like the music wasn't really loud, you could just hear it clicking and then it would grind. And I had asked my husband to get on the roof to fix it. Like that's how bad it was.
Totally.
So like,
maybe we need to talk to
gotta
somebody.
do stuff. Like you have to figure stuff out so you can be a like member of society.
Yeah. And also like,
his family, fuck off. Stop supporting him. He's 33. He's not gonna grow up.
Princess treatment. 33 and your family is still supporting you.
It's prince treatment.
Sorry, yeah, it's prince treatment. Sorry.
Princess here, it's like Pocahontas. They'd be like, nah, bitch, figure that shit out.
Figure it out. Yeah, literally. Yeah. Even if you were a princess.
Had to figure that shit out.
That's prince treatment and you need to grow up. You're 33.
Merida had to figure that shit out.
We're both very different people, and I always thought it was a strength, but I'm realizing now that it may not be. He's always had grand ideas for himself. He wanted to become a famous actor, a game streamer, and a horror novel writer, etc.
All of which take a lot of hard work, sound great.
Yes. And one day earlier this year, he stated he wanted to become a mechanical engineer. He was very confident he could do it, and by this time he actually took the steps to get his GED one day by enrolling in online classes so he could finish high school and then apply to colleges after. This is when things started to break apart. He started taking chemistry, beginner, and math at the level someone in 11th grade would take, and I think I began to quickly realize how difficult this was going to be after talking a big game. He's not used to feeling dumb. He's always the smartest one in his friend group and speaks over everyone else. I think his struggle with these high school topics did some damage to his ego, and he began taking it out on me. For example, on a night we were supposed to watch a movie, he wanted to study chemistry instead, so I sat next to him and studied with him. That's really sweet. It was things like definitions of what covalent bonds, ionic bonds are, along those lines. I made a very casual comment like, oh, cool, I get to learn this stuff too, which is cool. Yeah. I love that. And he looks at me, snorts, and says, you don't know what a covalent bond is? The way he said it to me, it was like he thought I was the world's biggest dumbass. I told him I haven't touched this stuff in over 12 years, so no, it's not something I have stored in my brain. Can we talk about this? She has a master's degree, and you're getting your GED. I think that you need to fucking step off for a second.
But I mean, it's that whole punching down. It's the like hurt people. And I'm not saying that like this is an excuse. It's that like he needs to go handle his own fucking emotions around the fact that he feels stupid.
Period.
And then be like, hey, yeah, like I am currently feeling dumb that I don't already know these things. So when you say I get to like relearn them, that just like triggers me to feel stupid because you are well educated.
Yep.
And obviously it's not a competition. Like there's so many healthy ways, but like, no, dude, you're just a dick who doesn't know how to deal with their fucking bruised ego.
Absolutely.
Because again, you shouldn't be the smartest person in a room.
No.
Like, that's not the goal. And the fact that she's like, oh, he's the smartest one out of like all of his friends and he talks over people. No, whatever you're going to say, if you're going to say, so I fucking drowned him, you're not the asshole.
At this point, yeah.
At this point, he's a dick.
He's being an asshole.
And you deserve better. You deserve someone that's like, wow, thank you for studying with me. Also, thanks for going through this with me.
Yeah, and thanks for sharing the excitement of like, because I think that's the thing is like, a lot of us just want companionship in a relationship where it's like, it's nice that you're not helping me, but like studying with me.
Yeah.
And you're also getting excited about it. Like that's that like shared enthusiasm. But then to like be talked down on after like trying to make it a bonding thing is pretty rough.
Oh, hell no. If Caboose did that shit to me, we would not be studying together.
Period.
And I study with him all the time because it's like engineering, so it's fun.
Yeah. Okay, so in the coming weeks, he would send me Instagram reels related to chemistry. One of them was like 3 minutes long about a guy explaining how some machine works with chemistry using a lot of heavy jargon. I jokingly said, wow, that's cool, and a lot of words. He looks at me and goes, you didn't understand that? It was all fairly simple concepts. So this behavior was really starting to get on my nerves. It kept happening, even with other things too. For example, we were streaming a movie online and he dropped the call without saying anything and called me back 20 minutes later saying he fixed something and we can try again. I asked what the issue was out of curiosity and he said, I would explain it to you, but you wouldn't understand. Go learn about tech stuff first and then I can explain it. Later, I learned that his call dropped because he got the blue screen of death. Who the hell needs to learn tech stuff to have that explained to them? This dude's a jackass. Anyways, this was a behavior that persisted for months where he would go out of his way to point out how dumb I am or how lacking in knowledge I am. And it made it seem like a personality flaw that I didn't know all the chemistry stuff because he was learning. He never completely mentioned math because I did know that stuff.
Yep.
I was a math tutor for 4 years while completing my undergrad.
Dude,
convenient.
That's the girlfriend you want.
Also, how
You're
convenient.
telling me that I can I'm going back to school and you can educate me on all this?
You can help me with math?
Yeah. You can teach me anything I don't get?
Again, how fucking convenient. You're not mentioning anything about math.
And I get to fuck my teacher?
And I get...
and it's not wrong?
And it's not wrong. Fulfilling a fantasy.
Yes.
So by the time he finished that course with an 84%, I was just tired.
I'm such a bitch. I'm over here laughing at 84.
All of that for 84%.
Yeah. Whatever grade you get, absolutely. If you worked really hard for it, 100%.
People deserve to feel proud of the grade that they got. That you deserve to feel proud of that.
But you're a dick and you're not going to get 100?
If you're
Nah, dude. If you're a big game, you better fucking show the fuck up.
Period. If you're being an asshole about it, then I better see 104%. Anyways,
that better be a fucking honors class, bitch.
So he kept bragging to all of his friends that he got an 84% in chemistry and that he barely tried. It gave me the ick because it reminded me of a middle schooler bragging about his report card and not a grown man trying to pursue an education in engineering. The final jab was when he made a passing comment about how he just gets the science stuff more than me and is intuitively more interested in this stuff. To the point that I told him, 16-year-olds take this chemistry class every year and pass it easily. I'm not sure it warrants getting this much of an ego over.
Agreed.
And he's been pissed ever since. Was there a better way to have handled it? Am I the asshole?
Okay, the better way to handle it is to break up with him. Because I hate to break it to you, you're dating a 16-year-old.
Oh my God.
That is the true answer. It is, now if I'm being nice or real or whatever, it's that you deserve an adult. And you have indeed accidentally started dating a man-child.
I think too, like, I really do appreciate, this is where like female empathy is so strong, so powerful, and is a strength, but it does get weaponized against us because like she obviously sees him as being an intelligent human being. That's nothing that he's ever had to prove to her because he has smarts in other aspects. But the second that it gets into an educational sphere, which by the way, apparently was a wound that he's had for a while about her being successful that he has never mentioned before. So now he feels like he has a leg up on her, and to like use that insecurity as a way to like demean her is not it.
Which is a classic maneuver that is done within the patriarchy, which is that if I feel insecure about something, I need to bring you down several pegs.
Period.
So anything that I as a like man can feel superior to you over is a classic just trope within the patriarchy. It's why we believe this bullshit about like women aren't as good at science when a lot of like our best inventions were invented by women.
Yeah, and casually not mentioned.
Yes, because men say, hey, this is ours. So they deem like science, math, sports as being, and I say this like in quotations, as a masculine topic because it's based off of reason, which is the most arbitrary bullshit stuff ever, but because they're like, oh, this is logical and men are logical.
Yeah.
And they genuinely believe this. So a woman being able to do those things because on a whole in this society, and I'm speaking in like grand terms, not in like every man feels this way in individualistic state, but in like the construct of the patriarchy is that men are taught to not like women.
Period.
And so if a woman is better at something than them, something has to be deficient within that man. So by her having like been more successful than him, that's basically in his brain, because everything runs through his like viewpoint of masculinity. It means that he's not good enough.
Yeah. Oh, it's very like, and this is what like toxic relationships do, is like pinning you against everyone else. And that's what the patriarchy is. It's a toxic relationship, right? So instead of him acknowledging that like, yeah, like I am a little insecure about this, or I am a little embarrassed about this, but I want to be proud of like, I like chemistry. I found out that I'm passionate about science and I like chemistry. You can be proud of that thing while also holding those other emotions of like, a part of me is embarrassed or a part of me is insecure, but a part of me is proud. You can hold all of those things without putting somebody else down. But again, the patriarchy is like, no, it's either you're the best or you're the fucking worst.
Well, and especially for men, because it is that hierarchy of like, you have to be the smartest in the room. Like if you're not at the top, then you're at the bottom.
Yeah.
And men do not work in that sphere, in the patriarchal sphere of like, oh, I appreciate all these different aspects. Like, no, they want to, because it's a very like binary way of thinking is how we like teach little boys to think, which is you're a winner or a loser. Whereas like, because little girls are taught to have a lot of like emotional intelligence around the fact that we then have to do all of the invisible labor of tending to relationships, we are like, no, we can hold space. Because like Caboose and I literally had the same shit. Like he didn't go to that level where he was sending me like reels, but he was super upset when he went back to school. And then I was like, oh, this math, and like could do the math with him because again, there is that very like, I don't know, patriarchal bias that like boys are better at math and girls are better at art, or this idea that because I'm an artist, I don't also just enjoy math.
Yeah, that's also a whole separate issue, which is like, because you're an artist, you've already picked your thing. You're not supposed to have the other thing too, which is not it.
Yeah, either. But then like people that know me are like, you're just doing that in your head. And I'm like, I love math.
Yeah, like, you're a complex human being and you have so many skills.
Math for someone who's autistic that likes certainty around a lot of stuff like is a great thing, because you learn an equation, you say this is the equation, that's it.
Yeah.
And so when there were areas in which like he wasn't understanding that math, at first he was like, oh, it makes me feel dumb. And I'm like, well, I also spend all my time learning. Like that's the majority of my time right now. An embarrassing amount of it is going to watching miniatures being made. But besides that, most of it is spent like constantly consuming knowledge, because that's the only way that like I can STEM is through like constantly learning. But I've been passionate about math like most of my life. My brother's like literally a genius when it comes to math. And so some of that like, hey, how do you do that? How do you do that? Rubbed off. But we had to like go through like that part of him being like, hey, that makes me feel dumb. And I'm like, why does it make you feel dumb that I'm good at something?
Yeah. And there's a lot of like work around that, because I think it's almost the same like quote or like scenario as like, the presence of someone's beauty does not mean the absence of your own. And it's the same thing. The presence of somebody else and somebody else's intelligence does not mean the absence of your own. And I think there's a way to, again, like the feeling of insecurity is so powerful. And so like, it really is that like poison in the well. It like poisons your relationship with other people as well. Because like it drives a further wedge in between you two, instead of just knowing that like, hey, this is a sensitive topic for me. Like I want to feel smart, and you not like make me feel not smart, but it's that idea of like, I need to be okay and certain within myself and see myself as an intelligent human being without comparing myself to my partner.
And by expressing it in a healthy way is how you allow your partner to then show up.
Yeah,
for
right.
You.
And being because, like, hey, I'm really sensitive about this. Can you be really supportive?
Exactly. Like, it's the like I either need you to turn around and not look because like Caboose he's a really good weightlifter. And I too am a really good weightlifter. But because I know he's a really good weightlifter and he's very technical in his lifts, like they're stupid pretty. And if people see me lift, they're like, oh, that's like a really pretty technical lift.
Totally.
But when you put us side by side, his is like chef's kisses, amazing.
Absolutely.
So I get insecure because I'm like, I know you're fucking pointing out in your brain everything that's wrong with it. Is he actually? No. But that means that like, because we have already had these conversations where I've like gone to him and been like, you're freaking me out. You can't watch me right now.
Totally. Yeah.
And I know that he's not judging me, but it allows me because I'm like, hey, I'm insecure about this. Can you just turn around?
Yeah, I can't be
and he'll do that
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you'll do the same thing where I'm like, okay, you guys can't watch me.
Yeah, totally.
Like when I'm parallel parking, if I'm by myself, I can crush it. If you're in the car, I start freaking out. And so like you have to pick up your phone and act like you're not there. And then I'm like, okay, now I can do it.
Totally.
And so like there are ways in which he could have healthy, but the fact that he's 33 and he's fucking doing that, nah, cut your losses, bitch. It's been a year.
It's been a year. I think
the better way to handle that situation is to break up with him.
Yeah, and you don't deserve to be demeaned in any way, shape, or form. And I also think that, like, what kills me about this scenario is that she's held so much space. I'm also warm. She's held so much space around, like, him being intelligent, but he's not doing the basic human, like, empathic route of acknowledging how smart you are. So she has the qualifications in school, and she's been very explicit about like, this isn't like, I don't deem people's intelligent this way, but he is demeaning her.
Oh, 100%.
So you've basically done 110% on your paper of knowing that like he is smart and seeing him as a smart human being, but he is doing the opposite of that.
Well, he's bringing her down to his level.
Yeah, which
instead
is
of like raising himself up where she's raising him up to her level.
Yes.
He's bringing her down.
So what's the verdict then? Is she the asshole?
No, he's the asshole.
Okay, good.
He's 100%. He is just straight up an asshole. Lots of therapy. His parents can pay for that too.
I mean, they're already paying for a lot. So,
but that boy needs a lot of therapy.
I agree. Okay.
Also, I'm gonna come with some shade for a second. If you're struggling with chemistry at a high school level, as someone who's married to a mechanical engineer, boo. That is not the degree for you.
Oh, best of
You're
luck.
Gonna be hurting because it is a rough degree.
I think it's great to get your GED. Hopefully,
well, he'd have to have a GED to go to college.
Yeah, but like maybe I don't know. Maybe he won't do it for mechanical engineering at that point. At least
well, if he's struggling with chemistry,
yeah,
like Caboose is damn good at chemistry, and he's still over there. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god. Okay, sorry, it was warm. Okay, all right. Am I the asshole for calling my girlfriend's mom gorgeous, thus causing a fight between the mom and the dad?
Okay. The mom and the dad.
The mom and the dad.
Before we even get started on this, that's gross. And yes, you're an asshole. And again, that's gross. I don't care if the mom is Jessica Alba.
Oh my god.
I don't give a fuck who the mom is. If it's Tina Turner, I don't care.
Yeah. Meryl Streep.
I need you. Yes, if it's Meryl Streep, I need you to not comment on the hotness of any of my family members, in particular my parents. Or my friends. I don't want you to talk about how hot my friends are.
Period.
That's gross. Don't talk about them being gorgeous.
Period. The easiest way for me to break up with you is if you comment about how my best friend's hot or how my mom's hot. I cannot handle that shit. No. Absolutely not. Anyways.
Asshole move. But
he's already the asshole. Okay.
And also, like, I'm surprised her dad didn't fucking deck you, dude.
23 male, was meeting the parents of my girlfriend, 25-year-old female.
Ugh.
The mom, 51-year-old female, and the dad, 52-year-old male, had invited me over for dinner. I thought she looked gorgeous, so I told her in front of my girlfriend and the dad. She thanked me. During the dinner, the mom brought up the fact that I told her she looks gorgeous. She asked me what I found gorgeous about her.
She said, "You dug this hole? Let's just keep going.
We're gonna keep
Let's
fucking
dig
going.
your grave, boo."
Wanting to be honest without being crude. Weird. I told her that her eyes, smile, and hair were gorgeous. She giggled and thanked me. She seemed both so flattered and so shocked. Then the mom turned to the dad and said, and told him that I called her gorgeous, despite the fact everything had happened right in front of him. She told him that she doesn't get called beautiful from him anymore, but she got called gorgeous by her daughter's boyfriend. It led to a big fight between the mom and the dad. When my girlfriend and I got back to her apartment, she agreed that her parents' intense reaction had little to do with me and is mostly about problems between them, but my girlfriend said that my behavior towards her mom was still inappropriate. Mm-hmm. She said that even if her parents had a perfect marriage, it's still weird that I was flirting with her mom. Am I the asshole?
Yes. Yes, you are the asshole. Because again, you don't need to comment on that. First off, we shouldn't be commenting on how other people look. You don't know. You don't know how the mom feels. You also don't know, like, that's their own shit that, yes, the whole, like, here you go, we're going to have, like, this fight in front of you about, like, you don't call me gorgeous, you don't call me beautiful. That's not cool. But you open that can of worms when you open your fucking mouth.
Totally.
And your girlfriend does not need to worry about you wanking it to her fucking mom. Because I guarantee if her mom is hot, she already knows it and it's already a fucking point of contention. And the fact that her mother kept bringing it up means that obviously her mom's hot enough for you to make comments on it. Mm-hmm. So her mom has already like rubbed that in the daughter's face enough. So you are an asshole.
Yeah, she is also rubbing it into her daughter's face. Not just her husband's, but her daughter's face. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, my daughter's boyfriend called me gorgeous.
Yeah, this young thing over here.
Yeah.
Because if she was like if, heaven forbid, like if an 18-year-old called me gorgeous, I would just be like,
Oh my God.
I would, to their face, be like, thank you.
I got flirted with an 18-year-old the other day, and I was like, child, no sweetheart, absolutely not. But anyways, it's interesting because most of the comments are saying not the asshole and that compliments are not inherently flirty. And I would like to say that you don't get to decide what your partner thinks is flirty or not. If your partner is like, hey, that was uncomfortable, like that was very flirtatious, don't do that with my mom, I think you need to listen to her.
Also, compliments are different than telling someone they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
That's a little bit above. And you also have to be select about who you compliment around your partner.
Totally. Oh, like, absolutely.
That is just part of like, you guys, this is a great opportunity for them as a couple to have a conversation around like, hey, this is what I'm comfortable with, this is what I'm not. Yes. Again, some best friends might be cool if someone's like, hey, you're gorgeous, you're hot, whatever.
Totally.
If Caboose started talking about how good looking you were, guarantee him and I are having a fucking conversation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then the amount of work it would take for me to be like, okay, so what, you want me to be 12 years younger?
To
you
heal
want me
from
to be,
that.
like, not, pale? Like,
yeah, because it's ruining, I shouldn't say ruining, but it's adding content to not just you're in his relationship, but you're in my relationship, right? So you don't want to be the person that spreads that kind of contempt. So
I'm sticking with you're an asshole. Also, that's weird. Don't do that.
The word gorgeous, you are laying it on pretty heavy. I'm not going to lie.
Gross. And also you said you didn't want to be crude,
also,
so we know you're hitting on her.
I was gonna say
otherwise you wouldn't have said crude.
The hint, the massive red flag in that story was the use of being crude means that you do think your fucking girlfriend's mom is hot, you fucking weirdo. So I don't know.
Like, again, you can think she's hot. That's fine. But no one else needs to know that. Or if you are like, dude, I have to share it with someone, that's what your bestie's for.
Period.
Your bestie's for that. Your partner or your fucking, like, girlfriend's dad, they don't need to know that shit.
They don't need to know that. You text your best mate and you go, hey, this is so awkward. Her mom's really hot.
So, like, this is a solid investment. And I know that she's going to get hot later in life.
Period. And then both of you can laugh about that and, like, understand that you're not hurting
your grave.
Anybody's feelings. You take that shit to your grave, period. Okay. So, he is the asshole. I agree. One more story.
Okay.
You ready? Am I the asshole for skipping my brother's wedding because I wasn't invited to the engagement party?
No.
I like that you're already just based on the title. Nah. No,
I mean, I'll go further in.
Yeah.
About, like, why weren't you invited?
Yes.
But it's your brother's wedding?
Yeah.
So you should have been at the engagement party. So we'll go on this journey, but right now I'm starting out with a note. Wait, based on the title, what are you saying? Have you already read it?
I've already read it, so I'm not allowed to comment.
What did you initially think?
Initially, I
Based
thought,
on that
title. Initially I was like, I need more information because I thought that maybe like it would have been a case of like, it could be a case of, you're not invited because like, I don't know, it was a last minute thing getting thrown on. Or you're not invited because like, I don't know, like it was just a trashy party kind of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't going to be their vibe or
no, but I don't think you don't invite someone in that instance. I think you tell them, hey, this is going to be a trashy party.
I don't know if it's your thing,
I don't think it's your thing. Like, we just invited somebody who's not going to be in the country to your birthday because I was like, well, I want you at the birthday party. You want to be at the birthday party. So I'm inviting you so that way you're still a part of it.
I know.
And so,
I'm so upset that
I think that's why I say no, is because I start in a place of you're not the asshole unless it's a real bad title.
Totally.
And then I'm like, let's see if you could potentially be an asshole.
I know.
Here.
My twin sister can't come.
Okay.
I'm so upset.
It's dumb.
Anyways, I, 28-year-old male, have a twin brother. Growing up, we were inseparable, and until recently, I thought we were still very close. I was always more of a shy nerd, and he was an extrovert that played sports throughout our childhood and high school, but we went almost all of our time together by choice. We went our separate ways when college came. He stayed local in Arizona, and I went to college in Portland.
Oh, good job, you.
Yeah, out of state.
You're the shy one, and you went out of state?
Went out of state.
Very
That's hard.
Proud of you.
When I graduated, I stayed there because I fell in love with the city. My friends are here. My professional networks from internships were here, et cetera, et cetera. But I always flew back home for holidays, events, and birthdays.
Yep.
My brother announced on Instagram that he and his girlfriend of 3 years got engaged. I was incredibly happy for him and texted him congrats. He mentioned that they were planning to have an engagement party in 6 to 8 weeks, and I told him to let me know so I can book a flight to come celebrate. Adorable. I was never told a date. Oh, God. If I brought it up with him or anyone in my family, they'd change the subject or say it's still being planned and confirmed. After a few weeks, I texted my brother to ask about the date because it was getting close, and I didn't want to pay for a last-minute flight. No response. That's really sad.
Your brother's an asshole.
I asked my mom for details, and she said, it's not really an engagement party, just a small dinner with family. There's no need to come down for it. I eventually found out that it was, in fact, a big party. They rented out an entire restaurant for 4 hours, and there were about 80 guests. Family, friends, cousins, everyone. Everyone was told I couldn't make it. My aunt, who was like a second mother to me, texted me that she was very disappointed I couldn't have made time to join, and I replied that I would have happily come, but I was not invited. Yikes. Word spread quickly about my snub, and my parents and brother tried to say it was just a misunderstanding.
Fuck them.
That was almost a year ago. Since then, I've tried to get to the bottom of why I wasn't invited. Over the course of months, it went from, it was just meant to be a small gathering, to, I don't know what happened, there must have been a miscommunication, to, it's just a party, it's not a big deal. Gaslighting, hello. I asked my brother if he was mad at me. I thought maybe his fiance didn't like me, even if she or he didn't want me there.
I wonder if they're identical twins and the fiance wants to fuck him.
Ew, maybe. Maybe he's a more attractive twin.
Oh.
Even if she or he didn't want me there, why were my parents okay with this? This really wasn't like them. Oh no, so this is hurting on multiple levels. Christmas and Easter was awkward as hell because no one but me wanted to address the elephant in the room, and any conversation about anything was small talk with strangers. It was like small talk with strangers. When I visited in May for my sister's birthday, I left early after my sister said, "You moved so far away. It's like you're not really family anymore."
Oh my fucking God.
And she also said, "You make everything feel so weird now." I feel like, okay, I would love to know. Okay, here's like my suspicion.
Is that the whole thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
My suspicion.
I was like, you just left me on a cliffhanger?
Because I feel like there's so much more like going on underneath the story. My first like inkling of suspicion is I so wonder, because he moved to Portland, which is like pretty like liberal. I'm really wondering if his family is not liberal, and maybe
where they at?
Arizona.
Oh yeah.
And maybe his brother's fiance is also very conservative and was uncomfortable with him coming to the wedding, especially with the times now. Like,
yes,
the political climate now. I'm really wondering if like OP, original poster, like is outspoken in politics. I'm gonna tell you right now, doesn't say anything about politics. Like, I have no idea which way this person leans.
I think that's my suspicion. Solid.
Do you have a suspicion?
So I have two opinions. One of which is your side, which is that like he's the black sheep. He's I'm going to say he's gay or queer coded or like.
Because Portland is very gay.
Yes.
Very queer,
that's
very
one
liberal.
of the better parts about Portland.
Absolutely. Great drag shows there.
Yes. Is that he is very queer coded and, or that he indeed is an asshole.
Yeah, I'm scared that
and
he's
the
a dick.
whole family is like, oh, for fuck's sake. Because we had members of our family that the rest of the family would try to intentionally not invite to stuff.
Totally.
Because that one person would like genuinely ruin it for everyone.
Yeah.
And so I think that either the whole family is, you know, and again, just to play devil's advocate here, if you are the one liberal person, and the rest of them are conservative, in their world, you are the asshole.
Yeah,
like,
no matter what, you like.
That's
you
happened to me with like, part of my family was that like they became very conservative, and I was like, there's no reason for us to continue this relationship.
Totally, yeah.
Because like the person I am is everything you hate. So in their world and that whole like area of like their family and their new life, like I am literally the devil. Like their wife compared me to Hitler. So like
I forgot about that.
Yeah, like I am the asshole.
You were Hitler for like, being liberal.
Yeah, I was not wanted at the wedding, and like had it happened now, I wouldn't have
Uno
been.
reverse now. Haha, idiot. Sorry.
But like that's the thing is that like they're probably just not your people anymore. And I know that that's like awful to hear.
Yeah. It also is hard to hear about like a sudden change in attitude because like not to like pick on OP a little bit, but I don't think men are super like trained to hear these social cues that things are awkward and things are going wrong.
So they're not trained to hear them. They're actually trained to not hear them.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was watching
trained to ignore instead of
it's
trained
a like therapist couple and they were talking and I sent the like clip to Caboose because they were talking about the fact that like they've been together forever and they make a ton of content about relationships and about how he brought up that boys are trained to not hear something unless it's being yelled at them.
Oh,
so
God.
like all the people that talk to them that are serious, like they don't clean their room until their mom's there yelling at them. Their coaches are yelling at them.
Yeah.
Their teachers are yelling at them. They only do stuff with that immediacy.
It's like trained aggression too. You know,
yes.
like,
so that's how they know something's actually serious is when someone's yelling.
Yeah.
So like we hear so many like women and wives and spouses that are more like mild tempered to be like, this person never hears me unless I'm yelling at them. And it makes me feel bad. Like I don't want to be that person.
Totally.
And I like was showing that video to Caboose. And I was like, this is so interesting because like I felt like that's what happened with us. Like I would continue to say stuff. You would act like I've never said it when I would like yell at it. You're like, why are you yelling? This is the first time I've ever heard this. I'm like, we've had this conversation multiple times.
We've had this fight multiple times.
But we've had this fight, but because I wasn't like in his face about it, he never actually heard it. So it's not that he's just trained to not like to not pick up on it. He's literally trained to not pick up on cues.
It's the nuances of language that are really important. So that like idea that like, oh, he just like can't hear it at all is actually a disservice. You're just trained to be blind to it.
Yeah. Well, that's
like,
how the patriarchy continues is because he himself has to be blind to it in order to like continue to harm himself and to harm other men.
Totally.
And then to harm women. So like he has to be trained to not see any of it and able to perpetuate the pain.
And this is why I was so excited to do this episode because I knew that we were going to talk about the patriarchy and all the intricacies and we were going to psychoanalyze the fuck out of these stories. And that's what I'm saying. God. Okay, anyway, so continuing the story. 9 months ago, I got the save the date announcement and 6 months ago, I got the invitation to the wedding. I wasn't asked to be in the wedding party, which is fine and wasn't surprising at the point. My sister and younger brother were asked to be in the wedding party, so another snub. I also didn't get a +1 for my girlfriend, and I've been seeing her for over a year and a half, but my sister got a +1 for her friends with benefits. Oh my God.
Oh, dude, I really feel like
it might be
they just don't like you anymore. Like, you're not the ass. If you are the asshole, then that's fine. But in their world, you are the asshole.
In their world, you're the asshole, but I don't think OP's the asshole. Anyways, we're almost done. So I decided I wasn't welcome, and I was probably only invited for optics and to play Happy Family. I didn't RSVP, since I knew that it would cause a shit show. I just didn't go.
Yes.
The wedding was this past weekend. No one contacted me about missing the rehearsal dinner, so I guess even if I did go, I wasn't invited to that either or expected to be there. I started getting calls and texts about an hour before the ceremony asking where I was, if my flight was delayed, how far along I will be, etc., and I ignored them. They stopped for a while during the ceremony, but started up again right after. I finally picked up my mom's call and she screamed, "Where the hell are you?" I replied, "In Portland, where you all prefer me to be."
Yes.
She said, "This is your brother's wedding. How could you embarrass us?" I answered, "It's just a party." It's no big deal, right?
Yes.
It was probably the first time in my life my mother was speechless.
Mm-hmm.
After a few seconds of silence, I said, "Tell everyone I said hi."
Yes.
And hung up. Sorry, that's how I'm saying it.
I love that.
Oh, hold on.
Wait. Let me just interject really fast.
Say it.
You can tell that they don't want you there when her response was, "How could you embarrass us?" So it was purely just
for optics. You were right. It was for optics.
You were invited because they don't actually give a shit. They're not like, "Hey, like I'm checking in, like, you know, what flight?" Like,
totally.
If they actually wanted you there, they would have had all that information
for sure.
They would have offered to pick you up, all that shit.
Or like, hey, you're going to be in town. How long are you going to be in town for? Maybe we can get like a casual lunch before the wedding, before shit gets crazy. Or maybe we could like all have like a casual lunch after the wedding when things have settled down.
Yeah, but they're just there for optics. They're mad because all the people that showed up for that rehearsal.
Oh, yeah.
Knew that, or engagement, because that wouldn't have been rehearsal, but all the people that showed up for that engagement party were also like, "Oh, what's going on there?"
Yeah, tell us why. Tell us
Mm-hmm.
why he wasn't invited. Actually, we want to know the full story.
Yeah. Also, my theory about I guess he can be gay and have a girlfriend, but
he could, yeah. Or he could just be incredibly liberal. I think too. I'm glad that we paused here because I want to talk about this. Is like literally crazy making. This entire time, OP was made to feel like he wasn't welcomed, which he wasn't. But then the second the wedding ceremony happens, like you're getting blown up, like you were supposed to get that vibe, but you never, at the beginning of this whole thing, were never made to feel like you were welcome. So why the fuck? It's so insane to me that narcissistic people do this.
Oh yeah,
where it's like, no, but like you didn't do what I wanted you to. So,
exactly.
Like, what do you mean you feel this way?
Show up just so we could take the picture, so people wouldn't ask questions.
It's a crazy form of like, again, it's crazy making, it's gaslighting, it's fucking ridiculous.
I hope him and his girlfriend had a great day that day.
I hope that him and his girlfriend had crazy sex and went out to get whatever food they love to eat and just partied, honestly. Anyways, so I said, tell everyone I said hi and hung up. Now I'm getting calls and texts from everyone saying I was being petty and ruined the day. So am I the asshole here? I feel like I'm just matching their energy and dropping the rope.
Yeah, no, 100%. You are not the asshole. Like, to them, you're the asshole, but be the asshole in their story.
Yeah.
And cut yourself out of that shit.
I think also
that is so fucking toxic.
The match the energy thing is actually a really healthy thing. I think that's actually 100%. Incredibly healthy. It's not toxic. It's plain and simple like, okay, I'll be a mirror then. Oh, you didn't like the way that I treated you?
100%.
Crazy. Because, like, actually, the only reason why I am displaying this action is because it's a reflection of how you've treated me. You're returning literally the same energy. So, I say not the asshole.
No, definitely not.
Luckily, other people in the comments also said not the asshole. One thing that I loved, someone said, not the asshole, I believe your sister gave you a big clue of what your family is thinking.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, what your whole family is thinking.
And I think that's another one of those, like, if your family is expecting you to just, like, be there and that's how they want to do family, that's on them. Like, I'm really sorry that you have lost your family, but you will find a new family that is better and that will love you no matter where the fuck you live.
Totally.
And aren't expecting you to just be at their beck and call.
Yeah.
Because again, like, I know family like that like they talk every single day, multiple times a day, and was like, hey, I can't offer that. Like, that's not the kind of relationship that I can provide because like I have to schedule like phone calls with my dad, which I would love to say that now that's because of the time zone difference, which that part's hard, y'all.
Yeah.
19 hours difference, 17 hours, depending on like where I'm at in the States or like where they're at in the States. It's a hard thing.
Totally.
But, and like props to my oldest brother. He sent me a message and was like, welcome to my life for the last 25 years. I'm like, I don't know how we ever talked.
Yeah, totally.
But like even in the States, I'd have to schedule phone calls with my dad because I am a like just super busy person and I don't think about like intentionally sitting down to do phone calls. Mm-hmm. So when I had that conversation of like, if you want the kind of relationship that involves us talking every single day, like I cannot offer that. Like that is out of my.
That's also being realistic. Like that. What is it like? That open honesty is a kindness. Yes. At that point, because
I'm like I would much rather you grieve me. Yeah. And like let me be free, and I'll grieve you than both of us just being disappointed because you're gonna constantly. Yeah, you're gonna fucking constantly call me. I'm not gonna pick up because I'm in the middle of a tattoo.
Totally.
Or recording the podcast. Yeah. And you're going to be disappointed and I'm going to feel like a disappointment. Yeah. So like, yeah, dude, no, not the asshole at all. But your family's kind of shitty.
I think that this is a really big catalyst. It's, okay, so someone also, this is a comment that I really like too.
Perfect.
Not the asshole. Your mom was upset you embarrassed them, not that you weren't there. That's shitty. And I think this, this whole wedding was actually a catalyst, and your OP probably had symptoms of a toxic family dynamic before this.
Which is why they left.
Yeah. Oh my God. Literally, like even subconsciously why you left.
And then didn't go back.
Didn't go back. Would come back for like family events and stuff because like, I mean, here's the thing. Obligations, right? And then at the end of this, like this is a huge catalyst of like, oh my God, like you couldn't treat me with basic respect for this big event. And, like, I'm sad to see that OP had to find out this way during a really big event, but I'm really glad that they did because at the end of the day, like, I think it's important to realize, like, oh, my God, we've had these symptoms before. Yep. It's time to address whether or not I want to stay in this dynamic. And
I do think that your theory about OP being, like, liberal is a really good theory based on the fact that, like, if you've had that member of your family who acts like a jackwagon and the whole family's like, oh, please, we don't want them to come. You also don't invite their, like you don't want their, like, spouses to come either.
No. Your friends aren't invited either.
Yeah, because they're going to, like, be worse. Yeah. But, like, I also think that if I've been dating someone for a year and you know it's serious and you don't give me a +1, I'm not showing up.
Period.
Like, I'm not one of the people where I'm like, oh, well, my husband and I have been together for so long. So, like, you have to give us a +1. Like, no, if I know that someone's in a serious relationship, no matter the time length, you better give me a fucking +1. And yeah, maybe I don't want that person in all of the wedding photos because, like, we don't know if that relationship's going to last forever. To be clear, even a 20-year relationship, you don't know that. So you opt out of that by just having individual photos as well. Yeah. But, like, that whole not inviting your girlfriend, like, that's cunty and shitty. Yeah. And I get that people want to save numbers, but if you had 80 fucking people at your rehearsal or your engagement dinner or whatever, nah, dude, you're a dick.
I also think that, like, the language that OP's sister used, which is, like, very, like, guilt language of blaming OP for their relationship suffering, when in all reality, this person, all they did was, like, choose a life that, like, made sense to them and fit with them. And it sounds like he's happy living in Portland. It sounds like, again, not only does he have professional, like, things to, like, thrive with in Portland, but also, like, actual friendships and a relationship. Yep. And you just love the city. Like, there's so many ways to tell someone you love, like, oh, I'm, like, so sad. Like, it's just us moving to New Zealand. Like, I'm so sad you're there, but I'm so happy for you at the same time. And, like, I understand that, like, we're not as close anymore just because, like, it is hard. Yeah. Trying to maintain a relationship from, like, a distance. But, like, still, like, being able to grieve and know that, like, I don't blame you for that, though. Like, you still need to live your life.
Absolutely.
Again, is a really big symptom of, like, I think you've always had a toxic family dynamic.
Oh, yeah. The family is toxic as fuck. Because we definitely, I mean, I'll, speak pretty openly about it. Like, we grew up in a really toxic household. And, like, it took my oldest brother a really long time until he was like, hey, like, no one ever fucking comes to visit me or calls me or makes a relationship with me. And it was very much the same where it was like, well, he left. And, like, that's what we were taught as kids. It's like, oh, well, he left.
Well, so, he's the problem.
Yeah, that's on him then. He needs to be the person coming back. And then when he had said that to me, it, like, genuinely, like, changed my life.
Your lens on it.
Holy shit. I was taught my whole life that because you left, you needed to make the fuck in. And that's on, like, our family dynamic. That's on our parents. Like,
that's not on him.
That's wholly on them teaching us that that's an okay way to think. And that they wanted us to think like that. Which is a bit hypocritical because both my parents fucking left. Like, none of them lived where they grew up. And so, like, it is that, like, that would lead me to be like, you have a toxic cycle as well in your family, and your family's toxic as fuck for that, for not being like, oh my God. Because like when I was finally able to express that, he'd be like, no, dude, like I always thought I was like bothering you, because like that's what I was taught, is like, don't bother him. He's off living his life. And not that like you're actually missing us or thinking about us. And in toxic family dynamics, that's what they teach, because they want that like divide and conquer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's like what you're getting between those siblings. The fact that
100%.
there's like blame there means that the parents are dividing as opposed to like bringing together.
Yeah. And I would wager to say, I don't think OP's the asshole, obviously, but
No.
I would like really encourage this person to think about their dynamic before the wedding, and think about like, okay, what other symptoms could there have been? Because it sounds like this person's like, oh, it happened so suddenly, but I can guarantee that it didn't. Like, I think there was always a little bit of tension, or maybe that person already knows.
Talk to a therapist.
Yeah, go talk to a therapist.
Also talk to your girlfriend, because your girlfriend can probably help you break down some of those family dynamics, because she's probably become aware of it.
If they've been together for over like a year and a half or whatever, then she's definitely seen the toxic patterns.
And ask yourself how many times any of them have come to visit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
okay, so on that note, that was super fun. I like that. If you guys like that, us just reacting to Am I the Asshole stories, then please let us know. Comments and send us messages and
I had a lot of
However
fun.
the fuck you talk to us. Otherwise, what is your win for the week?
My win for the week would be cooking at home more often.
Nice. Yeah. Good job.
That's my win for the week. What's your win for the week?
Hell yeah. Caboose and I started back the 800-gram challenge. So if you don't know what that is eating 800 grams of fruits and veggies every day, because there have been several like meta studies on the fact that 800 grams is an ideal range of like fruits and veggies to eat per day, to make sure that we are getting all of our micronutrients and our macronutrients in there. So we've started doing that again. Oh, somebody just knocked on the door.
I think so. Please hold.
Hi. How are you? Good. How can I help you?
There's someone trying to sell us stuff. It's really silly. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Okay. Oh, we're in a rental, so we don't handle that. No, that's all part of it. Thank you.
That was so funny. That was actually so funny.
I was like, I don't know how to cut this guy off because I don't want to be rude.
Well, he was in a flow state.
Sales.
He was in a flow state too. He was trying to get all those words out before he said anything. So I was talking to them. I'm like, someone's trying to sell us stuff.
Yeah, he was trying to sell us power.
Yeah.
But we already have power.
And that's your win for the day.
I said, I'm in a rental. And he said, so you don't pay your power bill? And I said, no.
I'm sorry.
That's all determined for me. But yes, so your win is you've been cooking at home.
Yes, so that's my win.
And my win is 800
grams.
Yep. And then if you have questions about it, just shoot me a message and I'll steer you over to E.C. Sinkowski's podcast, which is Why'd I Just Blank?
Oh, boy.
The Consistency Project.
There we go.
Her company's name is Optimize Me. I always like flip them back and forth. But that is my win for the week. And then one thing you're proud of today.
One thing I'm proud of today.
We have so many questions to ask each other.
Absolutely. And I think that's great for a podcast, right? You're supposed to be talking. I am proud of thinking of we should do a reaction to Am I the Asshole? Because that was funny.
Such a good idea.
Isn't it funny? It's like fun. I also knew, because like I've been watching those videos, I'm like, we're gonna have a really more in-depth like idea of what we're talking about. Not saying that those videos are bad, but I don't think a lot of people go into the nuances of how the patriarchy affects these posters, or how just overall like how mental health can come into play, or toxic family dynamics. And we're both really passionate about that.
Well, that's where like I wish like with that last one, like I wish I knew like ethnicity.
I want to know
like
all
background,
of it.
because then you have more of those like structural like dynamics at play to like know what we're actually breaking down.
Totally. I wish we could therapize OP.
You're like, oh hey,
yeah. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
like, really
let's break down the dynamics here.
Yeah.
That was a good thing to be proud of, because that was so good. I've not done that before.
It's fun, isn't it?
So, yeah.
I think it's a lot of fun. I would
really
love to do more. And there's not just Am I the Asshole on Reddit. We could do Am I Overreacting?
Bitch.
There's roommate ones.
You want to hear me validate someone?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Period.
Have them.
Period.
Tell me you're overreacting. I'm probably going to validate you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and roommate ones?
And roommate ones. What are you proud of?
I am proud that I went to the gym this morning.
Yes.
And, lifted probably, 90% of my 1 rep max.
Fuck yeah,
for clean and jerk.
That's awesome.
And I haven't done that in a long time.
Totally.
So, yeah.
That's great.
So,
the muscles coming.
Muscles
live
are
her best
loading.
muscly life.
But on that note, next week we have a guest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a super fun surprise for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll be back with some normal shows. And then we have a couple guests after that lined up. And I'm really excited for this. Yeah.
Me too. I'm stoked.
So, but we will see you guys back next week. And we love you. And if you have spent this whole time with us, thank you so much. And we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye. Bye.